Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jag, and in today's class we're going to continue with our grade 9 math content. Today's class is going to cover the perimeter and the area of composite figures. So again, maybe in grade 8 you did go through part of this unit. However, this time we're going to go through different shapes, alright? And let's start off with calculating the perimeter. So the examples that we actually go through are going to be ones that you'll most likely see on your unit test, okay, or also on a quiz that the teacher gives you. So these are very high yield questions. So let's get started here. Okay, so I'm going to draw out the composite shape. We're going to try. Okay, so here we have basically a triangle, okay, and I have a rectangle. Let me give you some of the values here. So 3 meters, 11 meters, and the base is 7 meters, okay. So basically I can see I have a triangle, rectangle put together. Okay, so the question says for each composite figure, solve for any unknown lengths, determine the perimeter, and round your answers to the nearest tenth of a unit when necessary. So when we're rounding to the nearest tenth, this is going to be to 1 decimal place, okay. So let's get started here. Okay, I can see that this side is 11, which means the other side is also 11 meters, okay. However, I'm looking for the perimeter, and you can see that this side of the triangle is not given to me, but I notice it is a right angle triangle. So the base of this triangle is 7 meters. So we are going to use the Pythagorean Theorem. So 3 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared, okay? Both sides 3 and 7 are a and b. Again, it does not matter which side is a and which side is b, because I'm going to square them and add them together, okay? So 3 squared is 9, 7 squared is 49, okay, equals to c squared. Okay, so you're going to add them together. So we'll still show our work here, okay? So I'll put c squared equals 58. Press the square root button on your calculator here. We are getting 7.6 meters, okay? And this is basically the length of side C here, okay, which is 7.6 meters. We are looking for the perimeter, so now we can just add all the sides together, okay, because I know all the unknown sides. So 7.6 plus 11 plus 7 plus 11 plus 3, okay. And still like show this one step, okay, so P equals, and basically all of the side lengths that I'm adding together. Okay, so the teacher can just see where your answer is coming from. So we're getting 39.6 centimeters. And this is the exact value I'm getting. So I can see this is already to the nearest tenth of a, so we should put meters here. So this is the nearest tenth of a meter, okay? And this is my final answer, okay? So again, I make sure I just box my final answer. All right, so this is how you are solving for the perimeter. Always solve for all of the different sides, and before you can actually determine the perimeter, I have to know all the sides of my composite figure. Okay, so I know that we did do the perimeter here. Okay, I also want us to calculate the area for this shape. So let's take this off here. Okay, and I'm going to take off side C as well. Okay, I just don't need that. And what I always do is basically number, okay, my two shapes. That way the teacher can see exactly what you're solving for. So first we're going to solve for the area of this triangle. So I'm going to write the formula out. So 1/2 base times height. So again, you will have to remember the formulas, okay, for the area and the circumference, okay, of a circle, the triangle, and all of these maybe like regular shapes that we did go through or that you saw in grade 8, okay? The teacher won't give you formulas for simple structures and stuff, for simple shapes. So we're going to do 1/2 here for the triangle times 7, okay, and times 3, okay? So again, I can see the base of the triangle is 7, okay? The height of the triangle is 3 meters, okay? And we're going to times that by 1/2, so 10.5 meters squared. Again, make sure you're putting the squared because we are calculating the area this time. And the second shape here is a rectangle, okay? So I'm going to put area equals length times width. and it's 11 times 7, so 77 meters squared, okay? So again, I'm not going to box all of this. The only thing I want to box is my final answer, all right? So basically, we can just write our total area here. So I'm going to put total area, okay, equals, and I always write it like this as well, okay? Again, I just don't want the teacher taking off marks, okay, unnecessarily, especially when you're doing all the right steps, okay? Some teachers are very picky, okay? So I'm going to show what I'm adding here. So we're doing 10.5, okay, plus 77. Okay, and it's okay if you write it on one side here, okay? So I'll put 87.5 meters squared. Okay, and you notice I'm only boxing this because this is my final answer, okay? So in the third step, I'm just adding the two areas of the shapes together, and that gives me my final area for the composite figure, okay? Are there any questions here? Okay, this actually looks really good. Okay, we're gonna try one more example. So I'm gonna take this off. Okay, and the reason we're trying this example is basically it is high yield. And again, you'll most likely see it on your unit test, okay? So I'm gonna draw out the shape here. Okay, so this time I'm gonna have a rectangle, okay, with a circle on top like this, all right? I'm going to give you some of the values here. So this time it's gonna be centimeters, and the bottom is 4 centimeters, okay? And this is actually enough information to solve, okay? So first we're gonna try solving for the perimeter, solve for any unknown lengths, determine the perimeter, round your answers to the nearest tenth of a unit when necessary, okay? So I can see it's very similar to the first example that we did. So this time what we're gonna do, okay, so I can see basically the top part is half a circle. So we have to find the circumference of a circle, okay? So this is actually, let's put pi d, and the diameter here is 4 centimeters, okay? So I can actually just use the pi d. I don't really need to solve for the radius here, okay? So I'm going to do 3.14 times 4. Okay, so let's put 1. Again, make sure you are numbering, okay, as you're doing each of these different steps. So we're going to do pi times 4. We're getting 12.56 centimeters. Again, it's not centimeters squared, okay? We are doing the perimeter, okay, or the circumference of the circle. Okay, and because this side is 7 here, this side is also 7 centimeters. Okay, and in this case, I don't need to actually solve for any of the other sides. Here, actually, make sure you are dividing by 2. Okay, so I'll put it in the actual formula again. So again, make sure you're dividing the circumference of the circle by 2 because this is a semicircle. So we're going to put 6.28 centimeters, okay? And in the second step, we can actually add all of these together. So 6.28 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7, okay? So we're adding all the sides together, okay? And this is going to give me the perimeter, okay? So 6.28 plus 7 plus 4 plus 7. And we're going to round this to 1 decimal, so 24.3 centimeters, okay? So you can see that basically this is my final answer, okay, for the perimeter of this composite figure. And again, I actually do want us to try the area, okay, so everyone knows how to do it and we're on the same page. So let's take this off. Okay, and I'm going to keep the diagram on the board here, okay? And again, this is also enough information to solve for the area of this composite figure. Okay, so in the first step, we're going to do the area of a circle. So pi r squared, and I'm going to divide it by 2 here, okay? And the reason we're dividing it by 2 again, because this is half a circle, all right? So we're going to do 3.14 times the radius, okay? Remember that 4 is the diameter. I have to do 4 divided by 2, which is equal to 2. So 2 squared divided by 2. Okay, again, I'm going to put this in my calculator, okay? And we're multiplying it by 2 or by 4. So 3.14 times 4 divided by 2. So we're getting 6.28 centimeters squared. Okay, so this is the area for the circle, and this is half a circle. Then we're going to go and find the area of the rectangle. So I'm going to put area equals length times width. Okay, so we're going to do 7 times 4, which is 28 centimeters squared. Okay, one more time, make sure you notice that I am writing all the formulas before I actually plug in the values. Okay, and a lot of teachers do want to see that, so make sure you're doing it exactly how we're writing it on the board here. Okay, so the third step here, I'm going to write it on the side. Okay, and we're going to put total area. Okay, equals, and then all you're going to do here is basically add these two values together. Again, I just want to show my step. Okay, so 6.28 plus 28 equals, and we're going to again round this, so 34.3 centimeters squared. Okay, every time you're solving for the area, make sure you're putting the squared sign on top. Okay, that's something that teachers will take a mark off for. Okay, and they should be able to do so. Okay, because the area is not like the perimeter. Okay, area is basically 2D. Okay, whereas the perimeter is not. All right, so make sure you're just watching the units. That's the only thing that the teacher can try and trick you on. Okay, I can see I have meters here. Some shapes, the side lengths are given in centimeters. And if you notice that the units are basically different, try to change maybe everything to like centimeters. It's a little bit easier, okay, for you to do the calculations. Okay, so if there are no questions, that does bring this video to an end. I hope everyone enjoyed the content. This content on the perimeter and area of the composite figures is very high yield. You will see that on the EQAO as well. Make sure you are doing a lot of practice questions from the textbook. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the content, please make sure you're clicking on the like button below because it does make a difference, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see everyone next time. Thanks. Bye.